Can a man falsely accused, arrested, and jailed for 86 days on charges of kidnapping and rape sue the 3 children who fabricated the charges and the deputy who led the investigation? That was the question in the case of Teens in Trouble. In this case, 2 classmates, ages 12 and 13, were found crying in the community center restroom. The girls reported to have been taken into a car to a remote location and raped by the driver and a second man who purportedly helped hold the girls down. The lead deputy believed the story, as the girls were able to identify the driver, his clothes, the car, and showed them bruises on their arms. Medical exams arranged by the officer confirmed that the girls had been sexually assaulted. The children testified along with the lead investigator before a grand jury, which indicted both men. The male passenger had an alibi for most of the period in question, but this information was not fully revealed to the grand jury. As the criminal case was investigated further, the story unraveled. In truth, the girls had skipped school and had been joyriding, having sex with their boyfriends. The state dismissed the criminal case, and the falsely accused male passenger brought a civil action against the girls and the lead investigator. How would you decide this case? Should the falsely accused man be able to sue the children and the lead officer? We'll be back in a moment with the answer to that question. Can a law enforcement officer be sued for failing to properly investigate a suspect's alibi? No, according to the South Dakota Supreme Court. While the children could be sued, the case against the officer was thrown out. The court ruled that probable cause comes down to asking whether an objectively reasonable person would have understood that the arrest was merited based on the facts available after a reasonable investigation. The court found that the arrest was supported by probable cause because, while certain aspects of the children's stories did conflict, it was reasonable for a trained officer to attribute inconsistencies to their ages and apparent emotional state. And at the critical time when the children were allegedly raped, the falsely accused passenger had no witness other than his purported driver accomplice, who could corroborate his statement that he was not in the car. Remember, it's a matter of law.